This video is sort of like not a part two, but sort of a part two to my other video called The Big V. It's about a black employee that I work with, I should say. He's just a fellow employee. But, and I have great admiration, great respect for this man. Very strong individual. Who he is, what he is, and he's just a great guy. He's a black man, very, very strong black man. And I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about mental. Very, very strong, very, very determined, very focused, very at ease with himself, doesn't get uptight, highly intelligent individual. And then, I was speaking to him yesterday. My boss is actually black, and at first, when he first started, he and I actually told him this too, and he sort of got a kick out of it. It was sort of a trial basis. I wasn't really sure how he was going to work out as a boss, because they come and go all the time, right? So, but then he had a meeting of all the employees, and I'm sitting back listening, and I'm thinking, wow, this guy, this guy is okay. He's all right in my book. And so I told him yesterday, we discussed the meeting a little bit. The meeting happened a little tiny bit, a month or so ago. But anyway, we talked about that, and I said, in that meeting you were very professional, and it was classy. It was meaning you had class, and he does have class. He always has these suits on and tie, and stands up. His posture is perfect. I never saw such posture on a person. He is like this, completely straight from the head to toe. There's no like hunching over or back or anything. Perfect posture. This guy could be a model. He's like a perfect upstairs, and he carries himself very very like with his head held high. It's never down, and he always walks around with his eyes around, observing everything. Very, very smart man, and a very highly intelligent man, and he reminds me of the Big V. And so and I told him that this is what I said to him. I said, and it's very rare that I have this mindset with my superiors, and that is, I said to him, how did I say? I said, you make me want to work for you. That's what I said. I said, you make me want to work for you, and it's true. I actually want to work for him. It's not just a job. It's not just to make money, but you actually want to make him look good. Because by making him look good, the entire department looks good. And it's also out of respect for him. And typically, a person that gets, first when they're initially employed, they're just thankful for the boss and everything because they got the job, and finally they can pay their bills on time and all this other shit, and have some money to buy whatever they want, And then after a while, typically after the 90-day probationary period, then they start to get lax, the employee, and starts to fall back in his or her ways, and starts to take things a little for granted. Even though in the state of Oklahoma we have it's more at a right to work state, so they could fire you for anything. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, but the point is most employees will still get lax a little bit and forget about that they actually gave him a job or her a job or him a job. And then in certain cases where you wind up having a boss, not so much that you fear the boss, that the boss will financially hurt you, meaning fire you or discipline you for erroneous reasons, but that you actually respect the boss. And when you can get it to that point, when your mindset is that you respect that boss, then that's when you literally bond with the boss, and that's when the boss can actually get as much as he can out of you as far as motivation, initiative, the best work output or the best performance, because that's really what they want, is performance, work performance. And when you do that without even when it's a situation where you're like not forced into it, because of course it's your job. Don't get me, you got to do your job, of course, duh, right? But when you get to the point that you want to do it to make your boss not only look good, but that his own department looks good in scores or whatever, however they do it, or profitable or whatever have you. And you do that because of out of respect to that boss. Then that's a great working relationship. And not only that's a great working environment. And this is what, and I would say probably about, he's got about 70 to 75% of the employees under him that actually respect him. There are some that badmouth him and talk against him. I won't name any names, but as I don't do in my videos, but there are some that badmouth him, and I actually have to stick up for the boss. You know, actually, I always say, yeah, he's not that bad. No, I don't know, but I have to disagree with you. These are the things I'm saying to whoever employees that's badmouthing them, and say, no, I don't know about that. I have no problem with him. I think he's a pretty good guy, or something like that. I'll say, and then they sort of drop the issue. I mean, I'm not going to run back to the boss and rat these employees out. I'm not that type of person, but still, I will somewhat put the things in perspective with the fellow employee and say, by the way, the guy's not that bad, really. He's a good boss, And so, but nevertheless, 70, I would say 70, 75, like 7 out of 10, let's say this, 7 out of 10 people actually respect him. And that's very good, because in the previous department head, probably maybe 1 or 2 respected the boss. Now, that's pretty low. But in this one, you got a good set, I would say 7 to 8 people out of 10 that actually respect him. So, and you want to work for him. That's the thing. I've had that with one other boss in my life, actually. And by the way, that boss was black as well. And he would go in there and he'd help you out. He'd help you work, and everything. He was a great boss. And you just wanted, you look forward to having the boss there. That's the thing. Normally you're like, I don't want the boss, down on the floor or whatever. Let him stay in his damn office. Leave me alone. But like the boss I have now and the other boss that I had at the other place, you're actually, when you go and you show up for work, you clock in, you're almost like you want to have him there. You want him around you. And you actually feel like he's a part of the experience of pleasing the customer or whatever have you, whatever it may be. And that's really very extremely enriching. And that's what really makes the entire work environment very fluent. It moves it. It motivates it to make it even better than it was, and to continue the continuation of that, to keep it, even make it better and better and better and better and better. See, and when you get to that point, then you have a really great team, a work team. And the best thing that any boss can do is to get a work team that actually will work for the boss. Not only just, of course, you want to make money or you want to have a job, don't get me wrong, you have benefits or whatever have you, okay? But still, when you can get a work team to want to work for the boss, then that entire work environment falls right into place, and it's really almost like a pristine, it's like serene, it's like a perfect environment to work in. Really, it's a perfect environment working. And so anyway, this was, I'm actually going to call this the big, I'm going to call this video called the Big H. I'll call this one, it's like part 2 to the big V. I'm going to call this the big H. And so this is out of respect to him. And I mean, I really, truly respect him. And he's going to, he has like a written contract there, I think, with the company for only to be there 2 years. I hate to see him go, but I would love to see him there forever. But, you know, he has to, of course, look out for himself, you know. Not only a boss for us, but he has his own life, too. He has to live. He has a wife and the whole thing, you know. So. But nevertheless, and I'm not going to name, of course, where I work at or anything. Of course, I don't do that on my videos. But anyway, this video was out of respect for this gentleman that I'm going to call the Big H. And on that note, you get 2 thumbs up, way up high. And I truly respect you, and I will continue on with that respect because I know who you are, what you are, and you're just extremely great to work for. I enjoy working for you, and even enjoy working with you. It's actually a with rather than a for. In other words, I not only want to work for you, but I enjoy working with you, meaning that when he's actually working side by side or is around us at the time, I enjoy his company. Actually enjoy his company. So it's great to have that, to have a boss like that. And with that, you guys have a good day. Bye.